Right again. Hi, guys. I'm trying to get my voice to stay. I'm looking at this situation with Kash Patel and this judge, and I just keep seeing that things are going to go in her favor and not in his. Just washed my hair, it's everywhere. All right, so let's take a look with the Predictions Oracle by Trish James, the Personal Predictions Oracle, on how this is going to play out for Kash Patel. Because the cards I've done off camera show that this judge has things going to go in her favor. But it looks like he thinks that he feels very sure of himself up until consequences of some kind pop up, and he does not, for his overreach. So let's just see what, if anything, is Kash Patel going to experience because of arresting um, Judge Hannah Dugan in Wisconsin. What is coming for Kash Patel because of these actions? Well, he's got an unexpected surprise. And it's a consequence or bad choice. She's trying to care for others, caring for others, basic human decency, and overworked, unappreciated. So I think it's basically a lack of appreciation or care, even for the most basic human decency. You don't send someone to a place that's a violent, awful prison for this kind of stuff. It's ridiculous for deportation issues. Um, we have boredom and inactivity and time to reflect. That's interesting that he shows that he has actual time to be bored. But he's going to be reflecting, and I think maybe it will occur to him that this was not such a smart, clever little thing that he's done. We're completing a cycle, and I've gotten this more than once with a different deck. I get release and let it go. He's going to have to let her go. I see her being released at some point. Um, and I just think this whole effort, the way of going about just doing what you want, having people get sent to a horrible place in another country for no good reason, arrest a judge for no good reason. Um, there's going to be consequences coming, and he's going to have to not pursue this. And there is breakthrough, progress. This is going to become a burden upon him for what he's done. It comes right back on him. And we get beautify, glow up, lost sleep fatigue. He's not going to look very well. I think that we're going to start to notice a difference in his appearance from lack of sleep. He's going to start being more nervous and uncertain. But I don't see him changing anything. Status quo staying the same. Love and connection. He's maintaining the same devotion, the same loyalty. Yeah, healing and recovery, patience and delays. Renewed passion, tension escalates. he's gonna, people are gonna fight him back. He thinks he's gonna scare people and use his office to scare judges and stuff. It's it'll work maybe with some, but not most. I think it's just gonna, yeah, make people more angry. We also see confusion with him, which isn't surprising terribly because he doesn't know what he's doing, and a change in perspective. This could be also more people going against his efforts and change of view because of the way he's gone about this. He's actually going to cause people to change their perspective about deporting people the way that they're doing it. He's going to need all the strength he can get because his past comes back to haunt him here. There's reliving the past. And there's a phone in the person's hand. So he's going to be dealing with the bad consequences, yes. And he's going to have to deal with it. When you abuse your power, there are consequences. And I get some kind of celebration coming with big news. I see that the card of making progress and prepare and organize. I think the other side, this judge is going to be way more organized than they are. So I feel that when she turns the tables on them, it's almost going to seem maybe unfair because they don't know what they're doing. That's wild. Okay, let's see another deck. That deck was not, yeah, it was okay. Let me just see here with the regular tarot very quickly. So, is Kash Patel going to end up having to leave office at some point for things like this, his overreach? Because he just doesn't know what he's doing. Let's see if we get any sense. Show me if he's going to be in office for any length of time or if he's going to have to walk away. This is causing separation and anxiety in people. This is a betrayal. This is being a traitor as well with the Three of Swords and the Page of Cups. He doesn't take it very seriously. He does not take the nature of what he's doing that's causing so much harm and hardship for other people. And he's acting like a child, a petty little child. Revenge, arresting this judge. The Knight of Cups. Well, either he's going to be making an offer or someone's going to be coming towards him. But look at this. This is so interesting. The Knight of Cups, how he's holding out the cup as an offer, and this offer is not, the person is, I think maybe he's going to say, if you say this, that, or do this or that, then you can keep your job as a judge. I don't know. But I just feel like whatever this offer is, it goes flat, not interested. This is not being happy with what's on offer. And this is about partnerships. So I'm getting that she's the Empress and the Two of Cups. There is more personal support for her. Tremendous. And from other women with the Empress. There is abundance. There's looking also, I think, at these agreements to take uh, and imprison people for profit that El Salvador and America have going on. I think she's going to be looking more deeply into that. Here we have the King of Pentacles. To me, this could be uh, Ukele, Ukele, whatever his name is there in South America, the King of Pentacles. Could also be Trump. Yes, and this is to me the money. This is money. This is an exchange. I think this is her also trying to help people, trying to help the man and those that are to make sure that they get fair process. Um, so I just see Ace of Wands, this little thing. Again, I get the card of release. So this judge is going to be released. I think there's going to be people that she helps to get released. There's a new energy that comes with activating, leaving this dark behavior and with the Ten of Swords, all the projection, all the negativity, you know, and all the cruelty, leaving it behind. She's bringing humanity, the human face into it. I keep getting that about the humaneness, just basic humane decency should be there. And it's lacking. Not on her part, obviously, but on Patel's. And here we're getting that escalation again with the Eight of Wands, activities picking up. And we went from that ace to the eight very quickly. This also shows, uh, I think, the straight out confusion this is going to cause. Um, there's also other ways to do things that are not maybe being considered. An alternative. It also points out the flawed thinking, why something isn't the way they say it is. To me, this is also punching holes through their nonsense. And I see the judge really doing that. I get the sun earlier for her, and that she's going to have a tremendous amount of what it looks like personal support. Um, Again, we're looking at issues of law, what is the law, and education and awareness, basic awareness, and a bit of a delay. Also, a sacrifice. I think that this is a small sacrifice that this judge is willing to make, although she's angry about it. She's got she's not going to give in to them, and she's going to fight back with the Seven of Wands, and she has luck on her side. I keep getting the message over and over. Luck is on her side, and to do, I think, with um, the I'm feeling with her local area. This is something about the home, the nation, the laws, and stability, security. Now, this could be, I don't know if this is a lawyer that's helping this man that she's stood up for or tried to help, um, just to have legal proceedings. But I feel like other lawmakers, other people, lawyers come in to give their support or their help, their direction. And my sense is that this is her courage is going to spread a bit, I think, throughout America to stand up to Trump's nonsense. This is working hard and dealing with authority. I think these are the efforts going in to hold authority accountable and to keep authority with legal proper direction, sensibleness. We get the chariot and the ace of swords. So there's moving forward with clarity. I'm telling you, there's going to be no two ways about it. She's going to make them very clear about what they did wrong and why. And I think we're all going to get a bit of an education that this is just bully behavior, bully tactics, straight up. This is what is being seen, I think, by others, and others are considering, this what their game is. But I think they're up for the task, which is kind of like, yeah, bring it, just try it. I feel like someone's just kind of like the attitude of, you don't want some of this. Um, that's interesting. We go to the 2 to the 3. So this goes into the foreseeable future. And it deals with the business aspect of what is going on to send people over there, that they're, being basically trafficked to a foreign country, illegally kidnapped. And there's hope. This is important in a sense that they did this because I think it's going to matter. The backlash. And it brings compassion into the spotlight. Also, the man that she's was seeking to uh, help with the legal aspects of what was going on. This immigrant, we're getting collaboration, working with others, and very worried for him. She's still going to try and help this guy while doing her own um, work against this uh, arrest. The tower's coming. Something unexpected. This is that escalation to the point where when something is not built on real truth, it doesn't hold water. And the tower comes to test it. And so I think the charges or the accusations are going to be tested and found uh, perhaps uh, empty. This is something connected as well to the past. Maybe something from his past or childhood or children comes back up. Hopefully, not with deporting them. Um, but nonetheless, we're getting the past as important and some very big change that's not anticipated. And boy, it's this will whatever this is that with that shoe that drops, swift news and action follows it to bring balance. I believe, again, we're dealing with releases. And I believe that this man could get released. They're going to have a back and forth about this. And this judge is definitely going to. And I think she's going to work to continue to bring release to people that are suitable, uh, that can be released. There's balance brought, and she's going quickly, striking while the iron is hot to bring balance. There she is, the Queen of Swords. That's the card that came up for Judge Hannah, and the Sun. And she's got joy. She's a shero. um, and justice. Look at that. And she's going to be celebrating. So I don't think that Cash will be on the better end of it. We have the Ace of Pentacles. There's a new beginning uh, of an effort, I think, on her part, that she's able to come through, pull through for immigrants and people that are stuck, like this man that she's helping. So that's wonderful. Those last few cards for her are fantastic. And this is something she's meant to do in this life. She's meant to stand up, stand forward. She's got luck on her side. She's going to be equipped to fight this fight, and she's going to make a difference, a huge difference, in their attempts to kidnap people and take them away, or taking away their freedom. This is, I think, turning that action upon those that are the real criminals. This is a new start, and that, where you can't how things are going to materialize, but there's trusting your intuition. So she's going to set a new trail forward, and the chance that she took in sticking up for is going to pay off. Sticking up for this immigrant is going to pay off, this man. And then we get the Hermit. This is wisdom, and it's sharing wisdom. It's not your typical wisdom, but it's insight with the Page of Swords. And I think this is uh, something to do with the law, the different rules and regulations, looking at the real meaning of the law, if you ask me. She's got success. She's going to be successful in her endeavors against Patel. And she's going to have a tremendous amount of emotional support to do it. So I'll just leave that there. So just keep this in mind, and let's watch and observe what happens. Don't let them scare you. Remain brave and speak truth to power. And I'll see you on Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. You can bring your one question. I'll take up to about 10 to 13, and can be on anything. All right? All right. So see you later.